Hello again, and welcome. Are you tired of modern military games? Do you crave something new? Do you still play Clash Royale in 2022? Unironically, then you'll love Battle Islands Commanders. Due to the length of its name, I will henceforth refer to it as BIC, or BIC, like the lighter. BIC begins with a set of cards and half of a battlefield. Your goal? Demolish the enemy military, destroy their towers, sink their battleships, and get the family campfire going. How do I do that, Funk? Acquire an officer, acquire the large soldier detachment, distract the enemy, and blitzkrieg the undefended tower while spamming boom in the chat. Don't worry, it's BIC's equivalent of the Laughing King. Now, you're probably wondering, in BIC, which side am I fighting for? And that is a very good question. Before we go further into the game, we must first talk about your army. What is your army? Your military is composed of several soldiers. These soldiers are designed specifically to look like cards in order to activate your gambling addiction, so you spend money in the in-game shop. Your soldiers can come in many flavors: Man Squad, Mortar Man, Panzer Man, Officer Man, Large Man Squad, Machine Gunner Man, Dog, Useless Gunman, Australian, Paratrooper, Artilleryman, and woman who has slightly more health than dog. This of course doesn't stop her from destroying gender stereotypes. Because of her, we now have definitive evidence that women are just as capable as men. They too die when hit with high velocity shells, like everyone else. Truly an inspiration to us all. There are also several tanks. The main three, small to large, whose main difference is how fast they can be killed. The remaining tanks take different roles, ranging from Artilleryman, except this one can actually move, the multi-troop transport from Star Wars, Australian Tank, and Tank-on-Tank Violence, who takes more time to turn around than it takes a Finnish ice cap to melt. There is also Complete Bullshit, which dominates all but the highest ranked of arenas. What does that look like? I don't know, and neither will you. Unless you activate your gambling addiction, the game has a time limit of 3 minutes, but you'll almost never see a draw. This is because the game is completely fucking dead. You'll either steamroll the enemy with Soviet-level swarm tactics or get dominated by a level 1 who just got access to his mother's credit card. And you'd better like it, because you'll probably play the same person multiple times in a row. Yeah, this game's fucking dead. You're just as likely to run into a guy inting in order to level down as you are someone who is going to overpower you with an entire student loan's worth of upgraded troops. Back to combat.
Look up high in the sky, you're going to die, Oh yeah, you died.
There's really not much to say. You start off with 2 machine gun towers and a military yacht. Your goal has already been stated, though it is more likely you're going to watch your entire plan fall apart, Clash Royale style. Yes, game, I really love getting utterly demolished by a guy who is currently $2,000 in debt, living in a 1-star apartment with a Grand Theft Online player in a similar position. And they share the same bed, not because they love each other, but because the money they would use for a second one has just been spent on a Mark II oppressor. Level means almost nothing in this game. You can be level 7 and get destroyed by a level 1, which you will. While collecting footage, I also happened to find a hacker who had discovered a way to spam units out like no tomorrow. I found this very amusing, until I lost. There is also a store. To satiate your gambling addiction, you can buy some of the random cards with supplies in order to buy an upgrade for your men, which costs more supplies. You can also satiate your gambling addiction by buying chests with gold that cost real money. I don't recommend this for 2 reasons. You can get a chest each time you win, which will likely be after losing exactly 6.3 games in a row. The other reason? Well, I'm broke as shit. I can't afford it. Opening a chest feels no different from not opening a chest, unless you actually get something you want. But the game is scientifically programmed to give you the exact opposite in order to activate your gambling addiction. Conclusion, here's where you give your closing thoughts. I give this game a really small number out of a really large number. It is entirely free. Free, of course, having 120 quotation marks around it. That's all for now. More games and uploads to come, hopefully at a way faster rate.